Hey there, this is Natural Fitness Lifestyle. So, I really thank you for all the comments, compliments about my abdominals and your abdominals. Why? Because I'm a human being, you're a human being, and we all have abdominals. But how you train them makes a difference in how they look. Yeah, I don't want to hear this, the abs are made in the kitchen. Because if they were, how many chefs, great chefs, would win best abdominals in competition? They don't. I did, and I'm not a chef. And I don't know about eating as much as chefs, but I do know about how to select your foods and selecting how you not eating too much is very important before you do abdominals. I never eat before doing my abdominals. That's the first guide. Second guide is learning how to breathe right. Inhale through the nostrils. Why? Because there are two systems. There's three systems. There's the fascic system here. Fascic system is actually the face and all the muscles around it. We as human beings instinctively tighten, breathe into our chest and tighten our muscles in our neck, in our face. This is done to protect our neck, which is a vital area in the body. When you do that, you're just contracting all the muscles in your neck. It doesn't allow the diaphragm to go down. It does the opposite, actually chokes you, doesn't allow you to breathe. So when you do your abdominals, and wait, let me reel that back. When you tense your neck, and you can only have the capacity mostly to breathe through your mouth, which is incorrect because the air is not going into the lower part of the lungs, which is where you need them. They go to the lower part of the lungs, they push the diaphragm down. Always breathe through the nostrils. Here. When you perform this exercise, make sure your chest doesn't rise, your belly button pulls in. And this is the way you should be breathing throughout all your abdominal exercises. Let me perform the first exercise for you. It's called the vacuum. It'll be here. Inhale through the belly. Try not to allow the chest to go up as you inhale and suck in the navel. You must inhale through the nostril, relax the neck and the face, pull the navel in. Second exercise is the knee tucks. When you perform your knee tuck, it's very important that you do not first move your legs. You're moving through the pelvis first. This is what the abdominals control the pelvis. The abdominals don't control the legs. The hip flexors, capiche? The hip flexors control the legs. Move through the pelvis first. Inhale through the nostril, relax your neck, pull in your belly button, and move the pelvis. Oh, you're saying, oh, but the legs are hardly moving. Again, the legs are not the abdominals. The legs are moved by the hip flexors. Move from the pelvis. First, you inhale, pull in that belly button. Then, move the pelvis, roll the pelvis. Inhale, pull in the belly button, roll the pelvis. Inhale, pull in the belly button, roll the pelvis. Inhale, suck in the belly button, nice and slow. roll the pelvis, hold the contraction. You just don't want to do this. You want to hold the contraction. Inhale, pull in the belly button, roll the pelvis, hold. You can hold as long as 9 seconds. Do you know that? Do you know that the optimal time for abdominal repetition is 9 seconds, according to studies? The core takes 9 seconds to contract optimally. So if you're doing a lot of these, guess how many are contracting your abs? See that? That's a donut. That means 0. So you also want to get into your upper abs. First of all, your abs are one unit. There's no such thing as upper, lower, but they do contract in a sequence because this is the way that they are attached, structured in your body. They originate here, the abdominals, rectus, abdominals originate here and insert to your pubic bone. They pull the pubic bone up. When they do so, the pubic bone goes down. When the pubic bone goes down, the entire abs lengthen. So when you're doing a crunch, you don't want to be doing this. You want to be lifting your abdominals up. So here, this is the typical sit-up. And I'm not going to demonstrate the crunch. So fall down in this bed, you're not going to be able to see me. I'm going to do an exercise which I consider much more effective than a sit-up and a crunch. It's a partial movement, and it engages the abdominals statically, isometrically, which is the way that they function in daily life movements. Daily life movements, your abdominals contract statically. So here, you're breathing in, engaging the abs, lifting the chest up. You notice, I don't want to do this. When I do this, I'm using my deep cervical flexors, and I'm using my psoas. I'm using all the muscles, including the hip flexors. But what I want to do is you could start out here if you're a beginner. Inhale, pull the belly button in, raise the chest up. Inhale, raise the chest up. When you recline, you don't do this. Do not allow your lower back to round. You do not do this. Oh. You see me do this in another video, and it was a fail. That was a repetition fail. You must always keep the chest up. Allow me to demonstrate again. Recline, up. Recline, up. Make the exercise harder. Recline, up. Recline, up. You can even just do this sitting on your bed or on a chair. Make sure the backrest is behind you or a nice cushion like this bed. If you fail the repetition and you go back, you do not want to hurt yourself. You want to have something to stabilize you, to support you, to catch you. Recline. Now, you've heard of Roman, this is what was described as a Roman chair sit-up in the old days. You can make the exercise harder. This is different again from doing this. There's no need to do that. Another exercise you can do is with the obliques here. Now, the obliques are not that easy to train. One of the basic movements for the obliques is simply twisting. This is called a chopper exercise. You're using the weight of your arms to engage your obliques. Now, if I did this, only using the torso, it's not as much resistance. Here, you're using your arms. If you want to do a little gravity, you can sit here, rest one arm for support, lean your torso slightly, tilt it slightly to the side, and then you're not just twisting, you're not just curling to the side, which is bad for your spine. You want to twist slightly towards your hip. Turn your elbow, you actually turn the rib cage. You're moving from the rib cage. Don't focus so much on the elbow, focus on the rib cage. So now we come to a little bit more difficult abdominal exercise. This is an integrative exercise where now you're working more for your stability, and it's going to require what's called a jagged stance here. Your feet, one behind the other. Turning, reaching down towards the toe, turning the rib cage, raising the arm up. Now, I know there are exercises like the planks out there. I'm going to demonstrate the plank, an elevated plank. The hardest plank, of course, is when you have your feet elevated. But you guys, for those of you starting out on a plank, you can elevate your elbows. Raise one. What I'm doing there, resting on my forearms, sliding one arm forward and then the other arm, alternating arms, alternating sliding arms. You notice my torso is elevated on a bench, which allows me to only use a partial amount of my body weight. You can do this flat on the floor, which you're utilizing your entire body weight, and it's more challenging, but allow me. Slide the forearm forward and back. Any questions about abdominals? Forward them to me. This was Natural Fitness Lifestyle. Any questions? Forward them to me. So what I want to do is here, bring some equipment up to my room. Depends if they allow me. And this I want to do so I can demonstrate my ab workout, my actual ab workout, because these exercises I've demonstrated here are actually beginner, catered for the beginner. So remember, abs are not made in the kitchen. They are made by you. This is Natural Fitness Lifestyle. It's all in you.